There we go. The stream title should be updated, and we should be good to go. We're gonna have to switch colors over here, though, so I'm just going to bring ACCM to the red. And we're gonna just go 2x, not full throttle, in case we actually do get some action early on. We can just go back to 1x, right, and not miss anything. We're just going to skip the home maps and the civilizations over here and see what we get as we go. Dragonstar is playing with Pulse and ACCM is playing with Bohemians. This is 45 clearing. We have seen this one before. And this is game number 1, correct? They are, if I'm not mistaken, in game number 2 currently. However, because this series started about 50 minutes ago or so and we were casting the previous one, we were unable to stay live. So we are going to fast forward through game number 1's early stages until we get to some action. We're going to fast forward through game number 2's early stages until we get some action. We might be able to jump into game number 3 live. Not from the get-go. We might be able to jump into game number 3 while it's still taking place and then fast forward through the early stages and potentially catch up a little bit. We'll see. But yeah, there's a possibility that we might be able to catch up. If we are just going to go by chronological order over here, after Dragonstar versus ACCM is over, then we're going to take a look at Ganji versus Vileza. And then from that point onwards, actually, you know what, I think Ganji versus Vileza is taking place at the same time as the Viper versus Ripard as well, yeah. So there's a lot to cover. And we're going to have to make our choice. I think after this one, we're probably going to do Ganji versus Vileza, then we'll do the Viper versus Ripard. Hey, Gamer Nexer. Hi. Welcome back. Hope you're doing alright. Alright, so we do have a little bit of action over here in the fuel age. Dragonstar went up already in 22 population. He's getting the tower up. Is this going to be a sustained push or not? We'll see if we go back to 1x. If it is. Yep. Just the towers fighting each other off. Never mind. We'll still wait for some actual action. No problem. 30 minutes for you versus them? Yeah. It's, you know, there's a bunch of series taking place at the same time, so we'll have to make a choice. I don't understand why Villas is not streaming anymore. Might as well highlight my weekly days. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't think he ever streamed too often, did he? Maybe it's just too busy. But yeah, now we see a second tower come up over here. We're going back to 1x. And the ACCM's defense has been fantastic so far. As we know to get the tower down. How many units do we have over here? 5 garrison, 5 garrison over there. And now Dragonstar's trying to go for another tower. This one is probably going to end up getting destroyed as well. So in this tower, okay, we can go back to 2x. This tower isn't really doing much of anything. It's not denying the gold over here. He already has fletching and is not ranging a single gold tile, so it's not really doing anything. He's gonna try and break through to come in and potentially go for another tower inside, but it seems unlikely he could get away with it, in my opinion. There we go. He streamed every day when I got into AIE, but then he stopped. I don't know why. I don't know. What is the situation with Vileza and the community memes of him being a robot? I'm not really sure if that would affect him or not. I imagine it probably would, but I think he's got a... He actually had an emote for that, right? So maybe it doesn't. But I don't know. That's the only reason that I can think of for him not wanting to be public anymore, but yeah, beyond that, probably just being busy. Regardless though, ACCM gets away with going up to the castle age. He does defend himself against the towers over here just fine. Yeah, and then on the left hand side, he's getting a stable up. JonSlow is getting a stable up, meanwhile ACCM is going for the second TC already. archers make the same amount of arrows as villagers inside towers, right? I actually wouldn't know the answer for that one. Sorry. I don't recall. I think the towers are going to attack based on the damage from the units inside, so... I don't think so. It seems so, actually. I guess it really depends. Yes? Okay, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. They do have extra damage. There to see on the way now for ACCM. He was trying to get the walls up. Wow, that is so timely. For ACCM, he gets the gate up over here just as Dragonstar's archers are coming in. There we go. Dragonstar just researched the Castle H upgrade, Schlachta privileges, which makes Nightline units 60% cheaper for gold. So now we can go back to 1x and let's see what we get. Total, Dragonstar has gonna have the 3 stables over here, so it's not an incredible amount of units, but that he'll be able to produce, right? But it's still going to be pretty strong, especially when he's paying fewer resources for those. If he's able to sustain production from even 3 stables, that's gonna be so good. He kind of has to go for this because of how much later he was to the Castle Age. He should assume that he's falling behind in economy, right? There is no pressure coming out from ACCM at all. So he's got to assume that the ACCM's been going for the extra TCs. Which, in turn, will prompt him to try and put as much pressure as possible while sticking to a smaller economy. He does have a second TC coming up over here. Probably would have liked for him to just stick to 1 TC and go full YOLO. All in, truly, as opposed to going for the second TC, but whatever. Pointy boy! Welcome, welcome back. Thank you so much for the resub. 5 months already. Fantastic. Thank you so much for the support. It's very much appreciated. And welcome, welcome back to the club. ACCM needs spikes. He's being too passive. Well, he's got some monks over here, and I was going to say it's not going to be an issue until he gets breached through. But now with the petards coming out, JonSlow manages to come in right away. And if we take a look at ACCM's barrack count, he's got only 1 barracks, right? So that's a lot of knights coming in. And ACCM, well, he does still have about 24 extra villagers. That might not be the case for much longer. He saw 2 stables? Yeah, I guess he probably did not anticipate the petards. Let me see if he saw the castle. Oh, he knew the castle. He knew about the castle. Never mind. His villagers will have more HP. Did he go for Sanctity already? Oh, yeah. Still, though, those knights won't really care about it too much. It's a nice addition for ACCM's economy, of course, but this is super rough. Even if he doesn't lose too many villages, just take a look at the worker efficiency for ACCM right now. His economy is garbage. He's gone down to less than 30% worker efficiency in the last minute. He's actually going to keep on losing villages over here. So it doesn't seem like even if he went back to work, he would be... his economy will go back to full steam. Ideally, JonSlow wants to go for chain barred and armor. Ideally, he would have wanted to go for that from the get-go so that he can, you know, still keep on raiding around the TCs and the towers without having to worry too much about damage. Now, with only scale barred and armor, he will still take a decent amount of damage from the TC. After the interview with ACCM and him, I hope ACCM wins. Such a nice guy. All the best wishes for him. ACCM is pretty chill, yeah. Dragonstar is so as well. Both these guys are actually pretty likable. Here we go. Defensive castle comes out for ACCM and he manages to hold on to a nice villager lead. This is ridiculous. 27 extra villagers still for ACCM. Yeah, and once again, without chain barred armor, you can forget about these knights doing anything around that castle in the garrison PC. This right here, this is what you call the danger zone. JonSlow sticking the highway to it. Now he's going back. Yeah. Never mind. Left my home. Left my phone at home. Gotta go back. Yeah, screw that. He's not having any of it. You just get archered by Noah. You bet your butt you did. Of course. TC's coming up now for JonSlow as well. Does anybody know when a new season's coming out? Play Danger Zone? Before getting copyright strike. I can sing it to you if you want. Actually, never mind, I can't. I lied. I cannot sing for the life of me. Redemption's coming in. ACCM, I can't believe it! He's managed to stabilize! Wow, what a good job from ACCM over there. As Dragonstar only now gets a 3rd TC and ACCM's been on 3 TCs for a while, it seems unlikely Dragonstar will be able to catch up anytime soon. He's going for a defensive castle over here, that's the second one. I'll make a promise. I'll sing at some point on stream, not today. But you know, I do want to learn how to sing at some point. I made an attempt some time ago, but it was not possible. I'm trying to change something so that it's actually possible for me to try and stick to practicing. But for the time being, it's just going to be on the to-do list. Yeah, JonSlow is just trying anything, right? Whatever he can to get some damage done. And as ACCM just managed to get the walls up on the right-hand side. Kind of similar to the left-hand side situation where it was a very timely wall coming up just as JonSlow was on the Knights in. Hey, you know, if you want to hear me sing, actually, I do have a song that I sung once for somebody else's stream. What was it? It was a Queen song. So if you like Queen, probably don't listen to it because I murder it. But oh, Crazy Little Thing Called Love. That's the one. I remember now. Too late. We want the new song. How did that match ended? Hey Mystic, I'm going to whisper the result to you. Why can't I find you? Oh, I see you now. There you are. Really just gonna be here for ACCM. Dragonstar on the other hand is trying to work his way up. Significantly later to it though compared to ACCM. But now, what will ACCM do? As we have Wallhalla over here. We see Hand Cannoneer coming up for ACCM. He could have gone for this as early as the Castle Age with Bohemians. He already had access to chemistry in the Castle Age as well. But at the very least, he doesn't need to wait for chemistry to finish researching. He can start going for it right away. Even if it's not as early as it could have been. In JonSlow's been going heavily into Overlook for the most part. He doesn't really have any knights coming out anymore, so yeah, ACCM's looking good over here. He's gonna be able to defend himself and he'll be able to push JonSlow back. JonSlow on the other hand is trying to get some walls on the right hand side and left hand side to prevent ACCM from controlling the sides of the map. Here we go, Bombard Cannon is coming out now. As well for ACCM. Halberdier upgrade is coming in. And with a 25% higher bonus damage that Bohemian Spearline units deal, the Halberdier are going to be great. Even against the Knights over here. Of course against the Knights. Talking about them versus Castle Age units. Yeah, and that's a ballsy castle from ACCM. I do know that he gets this one up though. He doesn't really have too many Halberdier, and only now he's going for chainmail armor, so he'll most likely end up getting pushed away from here. Yeah. But eventually he'll be able to push Dragonstar back, and he should be able to go for the castle in the end. So it's getting delayed, but it's not getting completely denied yet. Unless Dragonstar goes for some walls around it or something. Go. As the Halberdier are coming in, the Knights are going down, and extra villagers are pouring in, and the castle's coming up. Dragonstar was going for his own castle over here. I would have liked for him to go for trebuchets as well, but it's understandable that he's kind of hesitant because of the bombard cannons over here. However, it's unfortunate because he's gonna be on 3 castles. ACCM is only on 2, and it seems like Dragonstar is going to be the one losing his castles, since he's the only player who doesn't really have any siege right now to work with. This Guiding Cavalier, he's going for Playmel armor, so Dragonstar is going to have fully upgraded armor for the Obu, and almost fully upgraded Cavalier. He only needs to get Blast Furnace. However, ACCM's momentum over here is very strong. His population is significantly higher. He's gonna get the 200 population in a moment. Bar cannons are coming, and these are not even who needs it, but they're just so good. Taking in everything. Ideally, I would like for him to just take a little bit of time. He can go up to this castle, right? Take the castle down, and then take a little bit of time to get the stables down as well. And force Dragonstar into extra stables, which Dragonstar actually wouldn't be able to go for. And then he can go after this castle, which, to be fair, after losing 2 castles, Dragonstar is unlikely to go for Obu, so leaving 1 castle up for a little bit longer is not going to make too much of a difference for ACCM. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty tough push to hold 9 against for sure, as Dragonstar's looking... It's not looking good here. Just trying to get to the siege, and he's going straight through the Halberdier and taking so much damage. What was that? I think he was trying to get to the back, right? To the bombard cannons, the siege perhaps? But that was not good. How many Cavalier? He had 11 Cavalier in the end. Yeah. Let's give the achievements. We'll go back. There we go. And we are in game number 2. As ACCM took game number 1, we'll fast forward this one. This is Jungle Rumble. Until we get some action, right? And ACCM's playing with Khmer. Dragonstar's playing with Malay. I think I might have seen Khmer on this map before. I'm not 100% sure. I think that might have been the case. Malay, on the other hand, I actually don't remember having seen a lot. Let me take a look at the stats for the map. I feel guilty. I always use an ad block when you play that. You don't worry about it. You use all the ad blockers you want. That's really your choice. And it's fine. The ad incentive program is, I think it's going to pay off anyway. I imagine they probably already take into account the proportion of people watching on desktop with ad blockers when offering that to streamers, so it's cool. If you want to use it, you can use it. The ad blockers don't work correctly anymore anyway. Some don't, but it seems like some do, at the very least from what other viewers have told me. Apparently. I'm not really sure which one works, and if it's a matter of just the ad blocker, if it's also related to the browser, I don't know. Regardless though, for this map, Jungle Rumble, which has been the most popular map, actually it's tied for number 1 alongside Vintage Arena. We have seen Malay as the 3rd most popular civilization, so yeah, this is a popular civ for this map. And Chimera, on the other hand, not particularly speaking, no. Not even close. Because of how game number 1 went, this should be Dragonstar's home map. And then game number 3 is going to take place on ACCM's home map. And Dragonstar, well, he's got to clutch it up. You probably shouldn't advocate for them as someone that gets subs regardless. Yeah, it's really out to the people, right? I don't want to ask anybody to do anything. I'll just show up, try to do my best, and then let the people do what they want. I never get a stop in the casting when I use my ad block, so I think mine worked perfectly. When casting, like in between, during the game, sorry, in the middle of the games, I wouldn't have ads, like basically ever. I play them in between games specifically so that they don't play during the games. Because if you don't play them by hand, a certain amount of ads per hour, Twitch is just going to play them for you. Yeah, it's cool. I do not really mind, and I imagine Twitch probably already accounts for it. Anyway, we are getting a little bit of action, so we can probably go back to 1x. ACCM was able to get... Actually, he lost one scout over here. That's going to be the first loss in the game, and Dragonstar is probably going to end up losing the scout eventually as well, unless he manages to get the scout over here and then protect it with villagers. Oh, those are goats, actually. Where are the villagers? Wow. Dragonstar realizes about the ACCM stable and immediately goes for villager defense over here. Well, that's not ideal in the sense that he'll have to wall himself every time that he runs out of one of the huntables, but yeah, I guess probably after he runs out of the zebra over there, it's just going to make a play for the goats over here, which are going to be a little bit easier to collect on the same spot. There we go, Castle Age is here for everyone. First, second TC is coming up for ACCM. Dragonstar, on the other hand, doesn't have the resource to go for it. He's sold the stone. He's going for a triple monastery push. Wow. You know, by playing Malay, usually you're able to go up, because you go so much faster, usually you're able to stay ahead by about 5 villagers or so. Oh man, but that's really rough. Dragonstar doesn't end up losing one of the villagers over there. He's going to have only 2 left outside. And because he had significantly more idle TC time, he's going to start falling behind in the economy significantly. Well, this is kind of to be expected. Whenever we see these kind of pushes, they're usually kind of YOLO. So I wouldn't be surprised Dragonstar wouldn't keep on going for villagers for much longer. Actually, he's going for farms over here, so it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case necessarily. So he will keep on going for vills, but that's not always the case.
Swasti.
Yeah, I agree with that, Cold White. That's why whenever I played an ad by hand, the bot comes out and says that it helps me as well, so you know that it's just not Twitch. However, it's fine, it's all cool if anybody wants to use an ad blocker, because yeah, each person should be able to decide how their web experience is going to be like. So if you want to support the people you consume content from, you can do so by subbing, right? Or by watching the ads. If you don't want to watch the ads and you cannot sub, you can use an ad blocker and it's fine, and then you can just recommend the stream to somebody else, for instance. So there's plenty of ways to support a content creator. It doesn't need to be just subbing or just ads, right? So it's fine by me. Also, Twitch ads have problem with sound level, as in your ear breaks. Yeah, that's not good. Redemption's coming up now for Dragonstar. There we go. Beautiful. Should be able to breach through. And he's coming in a moment. Not too many monks, mind you, for having gone for 3 monasteries. This isn't the strongest monk push that I have seen at all. So, yeah, I'm just going to delete this one. Don't want to have any potential spoilers for previous series in the chat. So I'm just going to delete that one specifically, and I'm going to whisper to you. There we go. Nice conversions. Beautiful. He doesn't get the mangonel, but he manages to keep the monks alive over here, and this is huge. Ideally, he wants to keep on going for more siege as well, and more monks. He just got an atonement as well, as now he sees ACCM's got 2 monasteries over here to defend himself with. It's been the case for Dragonstar though in the previous game as well, that he's tried to go for full push and it did not work out, and ACCM's defense was incredible. Now we'll see if ACCM can pull it off for game number 2 as well. So far, Dragonstar's push is actually doing a lot more damage. It's working out pretty well. See the conversion coming up, and the ram gets converted, but the monk gets converted from Dragonstar. So that's a monk for free over here for yeah, for Dragonstar over here. ACCM loses the monk, sorry. So this is good. Maybe he doesn't need to go for more monks and utilize the monastery, so he can just convert the ones from ACCM, right? And now the conversion. This is so good. The monk goes down, but it probably doesn't matter too much. Good monks with no atonement. Yeah. ACCM's gotta be scratching his head right now, thinking what the hell he's going to do to stop the push over here. And what does he think of? He thinks of towers. He's got a watchtower over here. Well, that's going to outrange the mangonel, and if he does ever manage to go for guard tower, for instance, that'd be really good. And he should be able to defend even against the mangonels over here when he's got to defend the second TC. But this one is gone. That tower is not going to do anything. Right now he doesn't have Fletch and blocking arrow, and even if he did, JonSlow would still be able to target the TC from the right hand side, so yeah. That is a good snipe though. He doesn't end up getting the mangonel, but he loses both monks over there, so that was not good for ACCM, not cost effective. There you are. On the right hand side, ACCM. Yeah, I think he ended up getting all the villagers from Dragonstar, right? Yeah, we don't have any villagers out for Dragonstar anymore, so he lost those. Makes sense, that's the 3 villager losses that he's taken. And once again, okay, there we go. Now we have guard tower. That is better. There is still a little bit of maneuver space over here for the mangonel, mind you. So the conversion coming up. Well done. ACCM converts the mangonel, deletes it as soon as Dragonstar takes, or tries to, convert it back, but Dragonstar's got another mangonel over here. It would have been a lot better if Dragonstar was able to get both the mangonels over here targeting the TC. Technically, ACCM could range the mangonel over here, he's just not going for it. Yeah, there we go. And notice how Dragonstar knows about the range. He probably has the range indicators on. And he's just making sure that he's not taking any damage over here. He's got another mangonel coming up, and that's better. So there we go. Once again, we see the conversions coming up, and that's gonna be another conversion connected. This is so well played from ACCM. What a nice strat. Because he focuses the mangonel with all the monks, he is more likely to get the conversion over there as opposed to Dragonstar, who is trying to get the monks one at a time. So in this situation, I guess and then garrisons the monks until they get their faith back and can convert again, right? So I guess Dragonstar's approach over here is not good enough, and I guess probably a better approach to it would be to try and target the monks individually from ACCM with multiple monks himself. So for instance, he's got 9 monks. Try to convert 1 monk from ACCM with 4 monks, the other monk with the rest of the group, and then just reduce the monk count from ACCM so that he cannot turbo convert the mangonels. That is the problem. the incredibly fast conversion times from focusing all the monks on a single unit. So he's going for it once again. Let's see if Dragonstar's going to change his approach. He's not going to. And he ends up getting one conversion, so that's good still. And now he's going for the extra monks once again. Let's see if he can do it. He cannot do it. The Magna gets converted again. This is not good. This is not working out for Dragonstar, and unfortunately he keeps on going for the same approach. It's not worked out before. It's not going to work out now. And he just starts falling behind significantly, as now the villager count, understandably significantly higher for ACCM, given that Dragonstar's been going for 1 TC, right? But then ACCM's been able to defend himself pretty well with monks. You take a look at his resources, and very soon he'll be able to go for a castle, and the castle is going to be the end of the story for Dragonstar's push. And it seems like ACCM is looking stronger here. His position is so much more comfortable compared to Dragonstar. Yeah, Dragonstar goes back and calls it GG. There's nothing over here happening that's killing Dragonstar. It's just inability of taking ACCM's defenses down that's going to prompt Dragonstar to call it GG, because he knows he's behind. He knows exactly by how much as well. And without being able to do any damage over here, it's not possible for him to take this one. So we're going to take a look at the achievements over here really quickly, and then we'll jump into game number 3 right away. No commercials. We still have 6 minutes of pre-roll off time. And you know what? Actually, game number 3 is taking place live right now, so we are just going to go to it right away, all right? Nice economy for ACCM, collecting thousands of extra resources, an 8-to-1 KD, and the conversion rate was very, very close as well. So let's not waste any time. Let's go back. And let's just jump into game number 3, taking place live once again. There we go. For this one, we're going to try to catch up. So we'll go just fast forward until we get some action. And then we'll just go back to 1x. But if there is to be a 4th game, we should be able to jump into it live, I think. This one, we are just behind by 10 minutes. 17 minutes in game time, something like that. Not 100% sure. Regardless though, Village is coming out for both players. It's going to be fast castle over here for both. ACCM's playing Aztecs and JonSlow's playing with Jaras. Let's actually go back to down to 2x. And as the Village is here, Dragonstar gets a stable and a blacksmith up, and ACCM on the other hand, yeah, he's already managed to chop through, and he's coming out with the priests in order to collect some of the relics. And Dragonstar, on the other hand, I don't think he's got a priest out yet. He doesn't. He's just managed to chop through though, so he would be able to go for it if he wanted to. He's going out to the castle age faster instead. And ACCM, a little bit of a struggle. Yeah. Let me check something. Did I hear a conversion sound? Oh yeah! What do you mean the Camel Scout was converted? Did he convert it back? What happened over here? Hold on. Oh yeah. Dragonstar's Camel Scout got converted to ACCM. Okay, that's good. The conversion range for the priest is pretty low actually. Just 5. But yeah, it worked out pretty well actually. Hold on. Please add the score. Thank you for the heads up. Foreign dancer. Honestly, the funniest way I've seen defending against Siege. ACCM might lose the middle, but what if he booms on the outside? Oh, you were talking about the previous game, right? Yeah. Imagine if this is a casual RM, what do you do? In the previous game situation, you can keep on trying, I guess. But yeah, if you're calling the GG in a tournament context, you are probably not going to be too motivated to keep on going for in a random rank game. And it's very unlikely that he will be able to ever come back from that position. I'm talking about Dragonstar in the previous game, of course. So yeah, the GG is understandable. Uvu hype. Kinda looks like it. Yeah, but the Shrine's been in Age of Empires 2 for a long time. ZA1 monks are giving me actual horror memories. Have you kept up with With the Age of Empires 1 tournament, by the way, Flygun, it was you who was taking a look or who was keeping out with the tournament, right? What was it? The Classic Open? Classic Cup? Something like that? Player you won a ton as a kid? Right. Before Age of Empires 2 or after Age of Empires 2 came out? I'm pretty curious because I discovered Age of... right? I tried Age of Empires 1 after having played Age of Empires 2 and I just couldn't do it. Haven't kept up with it? Right, yeah, I'm pretty curious about it. I guess it doesn't really matter that, to take a look at it too much right now because during Red Bull, which I'm planning to watch entirely, they'll most likely... Yeah, they'll most likely... I'm just gonna take a look at Age of Empires 1 there. Oh boy! No way! He got both scouts over here with priests! Well done. You see now the counter conversion's coming up, and that's going to work out for one of the scouts, not the other one. I don't think the priests have any differences in conversion times compared to the monks, do they? Because the scouts, they have conversion resistance, but I don't think it's tied to the conversion stats of the monks, is it? I guess it probably is. So maybe the priest make for better converting units against scouts. I'm actually not really sure. If there was a way for us to see the conversion stats for these units, yeah, it's not good. We can't. I had the AO2 AOK demo as a kid. The family member shipped us the full version of AO1, and I pulled the crap out of it for a year until I got the full version of AOK, right? That is so good. I love those stories. Especially, you know, from the 90s up to the early 2000s. Games were just so fresh. Like, I don't know how to say, the video game industry was not anywhere nearly as saturated as it is today, where you had AAA titles coming out basically every day or every week, right? Maybe not every day, but every week. And back in the day, you had very small, passionate studios making, you know, industry-leading games that were just so unique and different, usually. I saw a podcast the other day, a 5-hour podcast on Lex Friedman's podcast with John Carmack, the guy from Doom, Quake, and yeah, it was just such an interesting era. Heavy catapults having a range longer than their line of sight is one of the highlights of the base version of AA1. Yeah, and I remember those years. Unfortunately, I wasn't really able to explore the video game scene too much when growing up. But yeah, I remember even the 3D games were so much simpler, right? And I remember Age of Empires 1 through Age of Empires, sorry, not Age of Empires 1, Tomb Raider 1 to Tomb Raider 5 having basically the same graphics. Anyway, this is fantastic from ACCM. He's going to show Dragonstar what a full-in monk push actually looks like. With plenty of priests over here and monks. He's going to get a lot of units down, but take a look at this. Dragonstar is going for Srivansha Riders. He's got Scout. And because the unit control was not the best for ACCM, he actually ended up using the fate of most of these monks in priest without having enough to keep on going for more conversions over here. So he's actually taking a lot of losses. This is hundreds of resources down the drain for ACCM because he struggled to convert units with one unit at a time. So yeah, he does end up taking a lot of losses over here while he waits for the fate to restore. Yeah, there we go. He does end up coming out on top, ACCM, that is still. But he's got only 3. Yeah, religious units over here. compared to the, what was it, 10 or so that he had before. There we go. More conversions coming up. JonSlow's trying to get a castle up in ACCM. He's got the resources to go for a castle. He's not gone for it just yet. The game is kind of stabilizing, but ACCM is looking so strong over here. Again, for the third game in a row, JonSlow's on the back foot. ACCM is ahead in worker count by 20 extra villagers. Military count he's ahead by as well. Now it's going to be about the same. But with the stronger economy that ACCM is playing with right now, it shouldn't be too difficult for him to start pulling ahead in military count as well. Especially with Aztecs, who are just going to enjoy such a strong economy. Yeah, much stronger compared to what the Gujaras get on this stage of the game as well. How the turntables? Ooga Booga? Oh, Ooga Booga reminds me of Crash Bandicoot. And also reminds me of the Caveman. Oh man, those games. I just love those so much. Crash Bandicoot. I didn't have PlayStation myself, but my friends did. We played the crap out of it. We can talk about video games in between this game and the next series for sure. But yeah, you know, Dragonstar managed to get to a decent amount of monks over here, so he'll be able to defend against whatever ACCM's got to throw at him right now. But the ACCM's push is going to be so much stronger once he gets to the Imperial Age, and he's already on his way. Can round transfer monks? I think they can. I'm pretty sure. Can't think of a reason why they wouldn't be able to. Anyway. What will we get? JonSlow does not have... Wait, they can't? Okay. Never mind. I had never seen it before. They can't. I still can't think of a reason why they couldn't, but... Okay. They can't siege towers. Interesting. Ah, okay, so I guess that makes sense. I guess the reason for it would be that you will be able to protect them too well, especially with siege trams, right? Sorry, not siege trams, sorry, siege towers. If you can transport them over, that would be kind of rough. Okay. Oh, so they only have transport for infantry and archers. That's pretty good, you know. I am participating in a trivia thingy. Sometime soon, next week I think. So yeah, keep the comment. I'll be more prepared like this. Masmaras? No. Spanish version of it. Or an Argentinian version of it. Here, let's just here ready for ACCM. And we have extra monastery upgrades coming in, block printing and illumination right away. He's been going for some extra monks, so he's got 9 right now. We'll see Eagles coming out. He's got, yeah, Eagle Warriors. Not elite just yet, but it's gonna be pretty good against any monks from Dragonstar, and then the monks from ACCM will be pretty good against basically anything else. Theocracy is coming up now as well. And Elite Eagle Warriors here. So, Plate Mill Armor's on the way as well. ACCM's got all the pieces to put the puzzle together. And Dragonstar, well, as the puzzle builds, it just shows a dead dragon over here, unfortunately for the TL player. We see some, yeah, armor elephants coming over against siege over there. Well, guess what? ACCM should be able to take on these. see if he react. Alright, that's a lot of monks over here from Dragonstar, and ACCM's not reacting to this though! At all. We had chakram throwers as well from JonSlow. Oh, that's good. Hadn't thought of it. That is a lot of Eagle Warriors though. Is there elite Eagle Warriors already? They're going straight after the monks, straight after the chakram throwers. We see the conversions coming up over here with block printing as well. That's certainly going to help quite a bit. As the priests are even going to be affected by it. They go up to almost as much range as the standard monk. The chakram throwers are taking everything down over here. Eagle's completely dead. ACCM's gotta go back and reset. Conversions coming up, perhaps. ACCM's got plenty of faith over here. He can go for it. He's just taking the elephant down. And there we go. We see more conversions coming in. Just gotta be careful though. He's sending the monks forward. I am not sure about that, but Dragonstar calls it GG still. Even if he's able to push ACCM away. What was the goal situation? Also, Dragonstar was not going up to the Imperial Age anytime soon. So he still had some goal on the back. I don't know, man. You know what? I feel like Dragonstar was starting to push back over here. He couldn't make the elephants work, though. But I feel like he was kind of making it work. Well, boys. ACCM versus Dragonstar is over. As ACCM takes the third game in a row, he is the one to move on to the round of 8 while Dragonstar gets knocked out over here. Let's take a look at the achievements one final time before going out and seeing what we have available still. Good KD for Dragonstar actually, getting very close to 3-2. The economy was much stronger for ACCM. That's what allowed him to go out to the Imperial Age as well. So yeah, not too much to take a look at over here. Just pretty strong performance for ACCM. The conversion rates, though, what were they like? Military. Yeah, they were better for ACCM in the end. About 3-2. LG, I definitely think Dragonstar could have kept on going, but I understand how he wanted to call the GG over there. The push was not working. And, I mean, he was pushing back, but he struggled to actually make it work by taking the castle down. Like, the elephants didn't really do anything, right? They ended up just getting destroyed every time. Regardless though, it is what